Hi everybody, Gabrielle here. I am back. So I have pulled out the Starman deck, y'all. Y'all know how that shit go. This shit about to get heavy. That's usually how this deck go. Who knows? Maybe they'll give me something light and lovely. Who knows? So this is a general messages reading. We are not doing soulmates or anything like that unless that energy comes through. This is pretty much messages for those who need to hear it. Yeah. Ooh. Guys, so when I was doing my meditation, my contact was with the Galactic Council. And so these are messages coming in. We have the Eight of Wands and the Moon. Some hidden knowledge, y'all. Now, these could be messages coming through this reading, or these could be anticipated downloads. I keep getting that. This new moon energy, right? Woohoo! Manifestations. I hope you guys wrote your list. I hope you did your work. Hope you wrote your list and checked it twice. Set your intentions and release them. We have the Justice card, the Six of Pentacles, and the Sun. We have Temperance, the Star card, and the Four of Swords. Five of Wands, Six of Swords, King of Wands. I almost feel like there was a pink energy to this moon. I know last night's sunset was absolutely phenomenal. Look at that. Reminds me of last night's sunset. Fiery orange burning in the horizon. Fire in the sky. Doors. Some of you who've been hiding out, you've been at home way too much. Going through this transformation. Analyzing all these layers of yourself. Going through this sort of phasing out of the old. Restoring your own color, as it were. Getting rid of all that dark and heavy energy you've been carrying around. Trying to put some distance between you and the wild energy within. It's like running to like a portal. Like literally running. It's a leap of faith. Whatever this was, this is a leap of faith. Inspired information, inspired communication that's going to give you the momentum to take this leap to reveal maybe just yourself. The new you, this massive transformation. Your eyes are so fucking open right now. It's kind of scary. I also get Just looking at that, how before you were playing naive, or you were naive, or maybe you were having some spiritual blockages, crown chakra blockages. Got rid of that. Like, it's giving me that high priestess energy looking at the moon there, the way she's just eyes blazing, looking dead on, like, shh, this bitch is intent. How my man say, no more Mr. Nice Guy? Swiftly implementing this. Ooh. Interesting. Someone tried to steal your light. Tried to drown that bitch. Look. Tried to drown it. And somehow you were able to pull yourself from this abyss. Keep praying. Keep praying. Water. Drink a lot of water. I know that's like, but it is. It's very specific. Whatever this is that you're going through currently, you need to consume a lot of water. You need to flush out whatever this is. The downloads take easier. There's less headaches. There's less migraines when you're super hydrated. It's like the conduits. Or if you find yourself wanting to bathe more, shower more, be submersed in water more, go with it. Go with it. Y'all, this look like a Stargate. Someone's also planning a visit. Someone's been riding past your home without you knowing. Looking to see if there are lights on. Each time this person's so tempted to send arrows of love. 8 of Wands. That's what that shit is. But it's passion. It's just passion. It's not. I mean, alright. Purple pink energy is some intense shit. It's not like, it's not that sort of passion. Although the communication would be. Behind this person, within this person, what they hide. See the black? See the black? See the purple pink? See the purple pink? They hide this. They hide the fact that they care very deeply. And I mean deeply. Deeply, like set the world on fire deeply. They hide this. But they are watching you. That's really fucking creepy. I'm telling you, the moon is like, I see you, bitch. I see you. I do feel like by the next full moon, I know we just had the new moon, so what, in 2 weeks' time? This person's riding by will have hit his pinnacle, and they will reach out. Like, they just kind of hit an apex with it. Like, it drives them crazy. Like, there's a pool at the solar plexus. That's why they keep doing it. That's why they keep riding by. Checking. Looking for the light. Maybe trying to get a glimpse of you. So draw y'all curtains real good. Real good. You don't have some, get some fucking curtains. Alright. That was a lot for 2 cards. I was saying I was avoiding these cards because these motherfucking cards get so deep. But I can't avoid them. We gonna have to dig more into this moon. Like, everywhere I look, like, she's like literally following me. It's such a deep, penetrating gaze. Not too dissimilar from the way the Queen of Wands be looking at a motherfucker like, go ahead, take a toe out of 9 and watch. We gonna have to look into that in a minute. Matter of fact, my ass so nosy, right? Who's watching? Who's watching? So it's a Taurus. Straight up. Yeah, this is funny. It's the person you've been calling in. You know who you've been manifesting. Look at that. 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, Ace of Wands. Motherfucker, you know who this is. You know who this Taurus is. Quit playing. Motherfucker watching you like a hawk. They're like, like a hawk. This Taurus you've been manifesting. Now, it could just be a relationship you've been calling in. But that feels very specific. Like, not like one, like a universal sort of, someone's in the periphery making their approach. No, this is somebody who's literally watching your ass. Got eyes on you. But anyway. Whoever it is, you called them in. I just want you to know that. Don't act surprised when the motherfucker ring your doorbell. Ding dong. Hi. The package you ordered finally arrived. You're like, what did I order? The universe is like, your mate, motherfucker. I'm sorry, right? It's your twin, though, right? Because, look, it was the 9 of Cups, or 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups, and the Ace of Wands, right? So that's the 4 of Wands out there, right? But this motherfucker coming in, like, with a burst. Like a burst of energy. Coming in with a lot of passion, like I said. A lot of passion. But it's love. It's not just passion. Like, it's some real shit. You called for this motherfucker. The universe was like, hey, nigga, wake up. Wake up. Your girl on the phone. Wake up. Go get her. And he's like, oh, okay. Let me go. He woke his groggy ass up, and now they're there. So, hey. Are you done sleeping? You done resting? Have you had enough rest? Because now it's go time. She's here. It's go time. It's like one of those. Are you... Fuck, I hear Sheryl Crow. Are you strong enough to be my man? Don't lie to me. Like, yeah, the Sheryl Crow. But this is a two-way street. I just wanted to know who was watching. Like I said, I wasn't getting deep into the relationship shit. I was trying not to, but whatever come out is what come out. But, oh, okay, the gaze just softened. Although, I think this person you dealing with got a bug eye. Like, for real. Like, they got that Fire Marshal Bill, Jim Carrey ability where they can kind of almost independently control their eyes. Like, I could do those faces too, kind of like The Rock. You know, we do the people's eyebrow, but this motherfucker don't raise their eyebrow. They can just kind of bulge their eyeball out like... I'm sorry to be talking about your man like this. That shit funny, though. Don't be doing the crazy-eyed people, then. We might have to turn you over. Like, you doing the most. We just gonna cover that one eye. Alright, let's move on. So we got the Justice, the Six of Pentacles, and the Sun card. Y'all, you know how this go. I don't make them go together. If the shit flow, it flow. That could be a special message just right there in the energy. Either way, the message is there's some fast communication coming in, right? But you ain't expecting this shit. You're not. You're not expecting the communication that's coming in. That is the generalized energy. Yes, it took 17 minutes to get that out. What can I say? It's Saturday. Oh, man. There's downloads coming in, and there's some fast communication about the pop that you're not expecting. Alright. Justice, Six Pentacles, Sun. Can I just say, it's a lot of major arcana out here. Like on some real shit. Sun, Justice, Temperance, Star card, Moon. Like, that's a lot. I will say a time of balance is coming in. Even if it's just the way in which you govern yourself. Again, going back to the downloads that are coming in for some. It's going to really allow you to be the most level-headed you have ever been in your life. And it's going to allow you to truly be in a space of happiness. Like true happiness. Like nirvana sort of happiness. Like ascended master fucking joy. Like it's some real peace coming in. After a period of time where you had people constantly attempting to distract you and take from you, and you know, I see that shadow right now as, yeah, that's your shadow. It is. But you had people come fuck with it, right? You had that motherfucker like right side up, going the right direction, but you had people come in and attempt to activate it. And they did to a degree. They did because they flipped it. And so it went from a place of control to a place where you now have to focus on some shit, meaning you regressed. You went through a period of regression by entertaining people you should not have been entertaining. And really, it really did affect your finances. Like, it was like immediate too. Like, but it's okay. You even, again, this insight with the Justice card here. Like, to understand the greater purpose. The imbalance itself was by cosmic design. It's all about gaining knowledge and insight, perspective, and then allowing it to maturate in application to become wisdom. To uplift you, to uplift your divine creator, to really, all things in this dimension are designed to uplift the divine. I don't know if you knew that. You can't ascend until you realize there's something worthy to ascend to. I just had a conversation with a woman just yesterday about the Bible and its navigational beacon, so to speak, if you will. And how, especially talking about, excuse me, y'all, the Old Testament and how harsh it is. And she was like, Leviticus about did her in. I said, oh, I get that shit. And it's funny, right? Because I forget which show, but it's either Power or Empire. One of the two got a club named Leviticus. I think it's Power. Ain't that some shit, right? It's deep. Parallels in life. You pay attention to the subtleties. That's where you get the most knowledge. The subtle shit. But, and I told her, I was like, look, I said, it's all designed to bring you to Jesus. Like, the Old Testament is, like, heavy. It's impossible. Deuteronomy and Leviticus alone, you'd be like, just sit in a fucking cave somewhere. Seriously. Just, you'd be like, ain't no way. Ain't no way. You just sit there with your arms crossed, looking like the fucking Four Cups and shit, like, I don't want it. But that's only if you stop, reading. You'd be like, oh, fuck this. This is crazy. But if you just push on and keep going, you'll discover something wonderful. They lace the forecoming of our Lord and Savior. They keep telling you. They keep telling you. They keep telling you. It's like, it's not hope. It's a prophecy, right? Because hope is some shit that may or may not ever happen. Christ came. Prophecy fulfilled. So, just saying. But there was this foretelling of a better way, of a better time. That was the Piscean age. Christ represents the age of Pisces. All that love and nurture and affection, right? Do unto your neighbors as you would have them do unto you, and, love thy neighbors as thyself, and love is the whole of the law. Don't that sound like every fucking Pisces you've ever fucking met? And Jesus wasn't a Pisces, I promise you, he wasn't. But Pisces is the opposite sign of Virgo. If you read the text in translations and shit like that, the time of year that they describe, even by the historical record, it's September, October. Just saying. Just saying. Now, I saw some shit a while ago, Zeitgeist, and they was trying to show people in the astronomy the biblical story, and it's lost on some people. But if you look at the charting of the sky, it's my song, forgive it, the door's open. The mapping of the sky, you actually see Jupiter birthed through the legs of the vast constellation of Virgo, the Holy Virgin of the Zodiac, the Virgin. So you see the biblical story and the story of so many other major religions played out in the heavens over and over again. And the sun and the whole birth process. And even last night, I looked up in the night sky with my app, and right over my head was the Dragon constellation. Now, I'm surprised that the app even showed me that, because normally they block that shit out. I shit you not. There's a great ass, big ass, red ass star that's in that joint. And they like, what is that? Skyview? Skyview blocked that shit out. Skyview like, we don't see it. We don't see it, no. But this app I use had it. And I was very surprised. And I'm like, see, you see the story over and over and over again. It's a loop. I'm just saying. But you gotta look at shit from with your third eye, your crown chakra, your esoteric mind. You know, you can't just be down here. Like, motherfucker, please. Like, yes, he was both a person and an energy. The same way the Bible describes God incarnate. Like, it's not a hard concept. People have no problem believing Zeus came down and fucked all these chicks and had all these illegitimate demigods, but you got a hard time believing. Like, I don't understand. Anyway, I don't get it. But that's, you know, my conundrum with people at large. But I kept telling her that if you just go back and listen to it, and I recommended the audio version because it's fucking hysterical to listen to it. Because you really can, you got wrap your head around it. You don't get trapped in these and a thousand or whatever version you listen to. It just flow. And so it's like a conversation. So you tend to follow along a little easier. And I said the whole point was to get to Jesus, the love, the way, the truth, all of that. But what Jesus did, what so many people miss, that even this documentary tried to point out, is that he ushered in the Aquarian age. That whole moment with the disciple where he told him to go to the well and get a pitcher of water and bring it back. What the fuck do you think that was? That was a literal transition. It was ushering in the age of the occult, quite literally. Because remember, the Pharisees, the people of the high Jewish rabbinical orders who practice the laws of the Talmud opposed to that of the actual Torah. Yeah, I call motherfuckers out. I sure do. Who get involved in the Kabbalah, who understand the metaphysical and esoteric and things like that. But it's not, they say it's not for everybody. Yes, the fuck it is. Yes, it is. In your own due time, you'll find the teacher that resonates with you to get the information to you. It is for everybody. We all supposed to ascend. And if you're not going to ascend, trust me, you a dead or man walking or a dead woman walking. It's just really that simple because the ascension process is starting. And the earth is purging herself of motherfuckers who just won't learn. Gaia is real. That's a whole different conversation. I'm looking at the star card, and that's who I see right there. Again, I was talking about Aquarius, right? That's the age of Aquarius right here in the middle. You have the Aquarian age right there. You see the transition. You really do. You look at the time of the Egyptians and all the lion iconography. That was the age of Leo. Oh, man. It's deep, but it's not deep, but it's deep, but it's not deep. What can I say? Some of us are here to help you absorb this information in a way that's easy to assimilate. But this is the time when the veils are thin and the portals are open to bring people through this process to help push out. You see the electrical storm? To get this out there, to reach as many people as we humanly can, to bring as many people up to this energy, this collective consciousness energy. Because we really do. I was funny, right? I pulled out the Universe Has Your Back deck, and I hadn't shuffled, but I was showing someone the very bottom card, because I've been talking about self-fulfilling prophecies for a couple days now. And then here on the bottom of this deck, lo and behold, it says, my energy creates my reality. What I focus on is what I will manifest. This is a big, big thing with this moon. This is a big, big thing every fucking day, all day, every day. We all live in our own versions of our own reality. What do you want yours to look like? What are you spending your time and energy and effort focused on? The shit that mulls in the back of your mind is the most important shit. Because that is where all your effort and energy lies. It's not the autopilot tasks that you do every day. It's the shit you deeply think about. The shit you don't talk to nobody about. That's the shit that you be on your self-fulfilling prophecy. What are you really focusing your energy on? If you have a... Hold on. Open that back up in a minute. That's just some extra shit. Young men trying to drive a big truck without the right experience. Anyway. What are you really focusing on? If you think, let's say for instance, you come across tarot cards or crystals, or even if you come across like an Aleister Crowley book, what are your initial reactions to that? Where did that come from? Where did those baseline seeds, where were they implanted? The Aquarian age is a time of extreme questioning. It is not one of status quo. It is a time for true spiritual exploration. Because look at the world we live in. If it's not the most tolerant it's ever been, for real, when it comes to religion, yeah, we got the same old wars. The Crusades will never end. They won't. They won't. That's what it is. Even the Bible depicts the like, in the days between, like, Christian, they don't call them Christians, the chosen, and it's like everybody else. The wheats and the tares. I think the Old Testament, it's like, I don't think they called them Muslims or something like that, but it's like the Jews and the Muslims. I know the Quran touts that shit, that their holy war, their final war would be between the Jews and the Muslims. That's stupid. But that's, again, another version of the Crusades, because the first Christians were Jews. People be like, what? Yeah, they were. Think about who the fuck was around Nazareth. Now, there were Romans there, too. There were pagans and all that shit. But, the majority of them motherfuckers was Jews. I know all 12 disciples was. Paul was not a fucking disciple, okay? He wasn't. Came much later. Not saying he wasn't chosen. Just saying he wasn't an original. Just saying. Where did it all come from? What is the point to the tolerance level that we are right now if it's not for exploration? For you to really be able to attempt to connect with Source, because it's open. Now is the time to do away with the arcane. It's a time to unify the mind, body, and spirit once again. To take these blinders off. Yeah, man. What I see here, this age was meant to bring peace and harmony between us and Source. It truly was. And is. It's not over. It's a time of great healing. It's like the return of the philosophical era. Truly. Back to a time when we pondered things and we weren't quite so reactive. A time of deeper insight. Time runs in loops. I keep saying this. There's a reason why religions like Buddhism and Hinduism sprang up. Paths of true peace. It's no accident that this keeps happening. Do you want a peaceful reality, or do you want one of war? Do you want a life where you have shady people coming in and out, or do you want only the most wonderful people coming in and out of your life? It's about true recognition of how much power you truly have. Again, star energy. And some people fight the peace. They really do. They fight this. And that's because, again, it's funny, this King of Wands, to me, the way he's posturing here, it's like I'm reminded of the garden and of the sin that transpired there. You do understand that the story is one of both of the original sin of Eve lying with Adam, with Satan, right? But remember, she also shared this with Adam. What does that fucking imply? If we all know Cain is not Adam's son. Think about that bullshit right fucking there. It's a reason. I kid you not. For like a week and a half straight, this is my download. I promise you, this is my download. This is part of it. This newfound understanding of the fucking sin that transpired that day. I'm going to give y'all a minute to catch up. I can feel the fucking tension. That's wild. Like, I can legit feel the tension. Do I even need to say it? Do I even need to say it? I don't think I need to say it. Some things is best left unsaid. But y'all know where I was going with it. Okay. That's the reason. There is some strange spirits that roam this earth that inhabit people. I'm looking at the King of Wands and it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I was watching something. You ever see that show, The 100? With the artificial intelligence and all that crazy shit? Something like that. I don't want to say clones, because that ain't it. You know, the devil's both a liar, a manipulator, and an extreme puppet master. I have to take a picture of it. On a trash can of all freaking places, there's a poster art of a growing baby in a womb. But inside the womb is a demon attacking the baby. Now, we all saw this imagery back in the day in like Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, I think it is. Where the high school girl got pregnant and Freddy was the dream child or whatever it was, and Freddy was attacking the baby. Some of y'all are pregnant, right? And you are having a very strong inclination that something is going on. And it is, but it's not that the baby's unhealthy. I promise you, the baby's healthy. But it's a spiritual attack. And so, it's like, you got to pray. You really do. You got to pray over your growing baby. You really, really do. Because your growing baby is literally under attack right now. I almost think this child's trying to tell you this too. Like your higher self. This is a little strange. What I'm saying, okay. This is why this is coming to you. Because it's like the child's own psychic abilities is communicating with your higher self. And it's almost like you and this child, y'all communicate on the astral plane. You got a special one. It's showing me 3 children, but I don't think you're carrying triplets. I really don't. I do believe maybe twins. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't believe these children have the same father. I don't. I know. It ain't my business, and I'm not judging. You gonna be one of them rare Mauricio. I love you, though. No judgment. It's okay. This was meant to happen. Sis, can we talk real quick? Can we talk about this real quick? Can we talk about this real quick? I'm not judging. I think this went down like this. You had a lot of fun one night. That's all I'm going to say. It's fucked up, right? Because one of your kids, right? The person you were with, one of them was real genuine. And this child is special, to say the least. But the other motherfucker that you was with that night, this motherfucker was not a whole person. He was, I don't want to say a harbinger for the devil, but he's congested with a lot of heavy negative energies. Like, he picked up some shit through the years. He really did. And the seed that he implanted, right, it's like they fighting it out. You ever see Shark Week? Like the old Shark Week? Like way back in the day when they showed where they was inside a shark, a pregnant shark, and they were showing you how the sharks inside, like, they're like cannibals and shit. Like, they would try to eat each other. Gotta eat. These motherfuckers is like active even in the womb. And so it's like energetically, one twin is like literally trying to siphon the life force from the other. And it's because the remnant energy of its father. I know how that sounds. This will make sense to you though. But I do feel like the one that's under attack is like really trying to get your attention. Trying to show you some shit. Like literally show you some shit. Like, your dreams is crazy as hell right now. I know they crazy as hell right now. Whew. Because the one that's under attack is trying to get this message to you that you need to actually pray for him. Oh, it's a boy. I feel like these are fraternal, like not just fraternal twins. Like you got a literal boy and a girl. And your son is like, I really feel like you have to pray for the male child more. All right, moving on. But they are talking to you. The one that's under attack is definitely talking to you. Like, it's up there with your higher self. Like, Mom, help. Help. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Alright, we're out of that. Thank you. Whew. These cards be heavy. Yeah, y'all. This stage was also to bring about the return of the divine feminine energy, as you see here in the Temperance card. You see, you have the masculine and the feminine energy coming back to a whole point, right? Unifying. See, like the Godhead, the space. It's also no ascension. I know I keep saying that, but it's real. It really is. To realign people, it's like a frequency. To get people back on the same frequency. It's funny, I'm looking at this, and upside down, I see C-A-L-L, I see call. Call. See how it's bringing the frequency? Like, the call. It was sending out the signal. The call. I know a lot of people think the elect have already been selected, but if that were the case, the fucking world would have come to an end already. I'm just being honest. I don't know why everybody think all the best human beings have already been born and come. I don't, come and gone. I don't fucking get that shit. I don't. And it's not because I count myself as one of the best human beings. I'm just saying, in each age, in each era, in each generation, people have to be reachable. And so, just saying. And what we deem good ain't what is actually good. This is why we are counseled highly against, being judgmental. None of us have, like, divine insight on that level. Even if you stay in this high meditation, you'll get a lot of insight. But interacting with people, doing the work, talking to people, having relationships with people. I ain't said shit about sex. Relationships come in many varieties. You learn, you constantly learn, you're growing, evolving, you're working through issues that maybe you didn't even know you had issues with. It's about the journey. So, there's still so much work. You know what I mean? We haven't even, we haven't solved basic shit. We worried about the planet. When honestly, if we thought more about each other, the planet wouldn't even be in jeopardy right now. Gaia would not be struggling right now with her ungrateful children. But because as a whole, look, people don't give a fuck about each other. They don't. The fact that our president, Donald Trump, can get on the fucking news or podium and talk about other countries and states within his own fucking territory, it's like, really? Really though? Really though? Really though? Okay. But what are you actively doing? What are we all actively doing? How are we showing our compassion? How are we showing that we give a fuck about each other? Like, we don't even, like, trust is big, right? And nobody gets carte blanche, right? That's a given in life. But it's like, I saw something that was so moving on the news the other day. This lady had a free food pantry outside her crib. She was like, it helps people. Like, and then they went over to this elderly couple who was like $75 over the requirement, or the maximum, excuse me, allotted to get food stamps and assistance. $75. And so because this woman has this pantry set up, they're able to supplement what they need because the government is really, you're not poor enough. The fuck? Right? You're not broke enough. How about that? You're not in need enough. But they pay taxes. I know they did. They worked. They put in. And then you got the nerve to tell these people they're not quite impoverished enough for you to help them. So thank God this woman is putting her time, effort, and energy in her mouth. You know, it's right there. She's doing it. She's walking it like she's talking. And that was so fucking moving to me. I'm like, I don't know how to do this, but I want to do this. I want to do this. Like, we got all sorts of food banks and pantries around our city, and some people really do take advantage of it. And I'm not saying I couldn't benefit, but I would not feel right taken from a place like that when there are people who were much worse off than me. Now, you know, if I was able to create a small food pantry in my neighborhood, although I would have to do it a couple blocks up because I'm not, it's okay. They not hurting around here. They not at all. But a couple blocks up, just like everywhere in Philly, a couple blocks away, it's fucked up. A couple blocks away, it's fucked up. Try to shift that. So, really, I'm like, damn, how do we do that? I want to do that. This woman was like moving. And she had a house. I'm sure she could use that money or whatever to invest it. But no, she's like, no, I'm good where I am. I don't need to do this. I'd rather do this. That's how you show you care. You know what I mean? It's not about a pat on the back. Like, somebody spotlighted her. She ain't called the fucking news. She been doing this just out of the kindness of her heart because that's what she been doing. That's really where it's at. It's so funny that I sit here in this nation, but I went to France. And it's crazy. They talk about France, but France put their money where their mouth is. They can't even afford to do what they doing in terms of refugees and immigrants, but they still fucking doing it. They still doing it. They making a way. They still doing it. We got somebody talking about extreme vetting. Motherfucker, we haven't even extremely vetted you. Missing financial records, missing medical records. Who the fuck is you? As far as I'm concerned, you got borderline personality disorder and you need to be clinically assessed. I'm like, oh shit, watch out. Red tie Donald's dangerous. He's mean. Blue tie Donald's nice. He's the corporate guy. He's the one who shakes hands and hugs babies. If I'm sitting at home watching fucking news clips and can figure this shit out, how come more people, I don't understand this shit, but you got to, see what I mean? It don't make sense. You can talk about it, but you're not being about it. And I don't want to hear something about some fucking dinky ass skating rink you did fucking 50 fucking years ago for a pat on the fucking back. Nah. We gotta, like, just baseline. Question ourselves, question society, question the reality you're allowing to be created around you. Many of you have been called. Many of you have been called. Now it's time to answer. I told you I saw a Stargate coming through. Look at this. I told you. The emergence. I got 2 stars. I got the sun and the star. I got sun, moon, and stars. Like, yo, the heavens. The heavens. This is big. This is a major fucking shift. It's supposed to bring in a major shift. You having this knowing. Crown chakra, this knowing. And trusting that knowing about you knowing that you've been called, that you were talking to source, that the information isn't absolute. You trusting the knowing. You blocking out any and everything but what you're receiving from source. Following that compass. There is no stopping this momentum. And even those who really try to fuck with your flow, please, Six of Swords. There's no match. The Five of Wands is no match for the Six of Swords. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You floating above this shit. That's the thing about when you ascend. You above all this shit. That's why it's no conflict for you. You leave these people to fight themselves and their own demons. Spew their venom at themselves. That's internal fight that you will not be a part of. You will not be used as someone's fucking reflection. Because they're afraid to face who they truly are and their nature and what they're supposed to be. Having to cast out their own fucking internal demons. Taking command with that King of Wands. Taking fucking command. The great thing about this shadow falling away, the biggest shadow energy for most people is money. It's the physical possessions. It really is. It's the shit in the 3D. And here's the thing, what you're allowing to happen right here with this Six of Pentacles, you are literally allowing that attachment to die off, to fall away. You 86'd it. You have no attachment to it. Look how this person here, these false prophets over here, are clinging to this 3D shit, these pentacles, trying to generate more pentacles. And look, you have gold fucking petals, flakes raining down on you. What the fuck would you rather have? This petty material shit right there, like that bullshit, or the fucking infinite flow of abundance given to you by the divine because you have decided to answer the fucking call? As old girl would say, all the things money can't buy. I love the nun. I do. I really do. She's the shit. All the things money can't buy. You let go of that attachment to that, and that releases you for this catapult forward. This is fucking beautiful. So many messages coming through. This shit just keeps switching and switching and switching. It is beautiful. I want you to know, for some of you, if Ganesh has not revealed themselves to you, they're about to. That is the bringer of change. Okay? It's not like Shiva. It's different. It's the removal of obstacles. Ganesh removes obstacles and barriers from your way. It's the elephant from Hinduism. That's what you gonna start seeing this motherfucker left and right. Left and right. Oh yeah. Told you, somebody tried to suffocate your light. Shit didn't work. Can't. You can't stop what's divinely meant to happen. You just fucking can't. And the harder you try to run interference in someone else's life, justice was the first card out in this bitch. Let me tell you, they're whoo. Every time, karmic justice is there. Every fucking time. Every time. Every time, every time, every time. There is no escaping that. We are in a time of instant karma. Instant fucking karma. I don't know if y'all realize that shit yet. Nah, Saturn done did the damn thing. Yeah, we in a time of instant karma, and it's still the shadowy energy. So don't fuck around and get fucked up. Like, the shit's still about. But also, I see a 4 coming out of the Justice card, and so that's very stable energy. It could be stagnant too, but all that's done. I'm telling you, you releasing yourself from the 3D, truly, you just let that shit go. I see some of y'all been listening to the meditations, huh? You went and searched for the let that shit go, the fuck it meditations, and you did just that. Bravo. Bravo. Alright, y'all, I gotta stop this video. It's close to when it used to glitch. I don't know about the new phone. I ain't trying to test it. Alright. If you made it this far, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Light and love to you all. Thank you for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes, your donations, your private bookings. And you can find me at intuitivedownloads19@gmail.com or Tell All Your Business Tarot on Instagram. Light and love. Bye.